Vahid says, I'd argue that that Clemson should be ranked as one of the top 10 teams now, especially after all the current top 10 teams losing. Thoughts? I mean, they have you at 15 or 15. The AP does right now. I would say so. Especially with the caliber of losses that some of these top 10 teams have had. I don't think I don't think Alabama's going to drop behind you for losing to Vanderbilt. It's just you never see a number one drop like 15 spots, especially after they have a win, especially since they have a win over Georgia and all that. But say Miami doesn't hold on tonight, and of course Tennessee losing, and they're in Michigan losing. Michigan losing is probably the best thing for your chances. But I don't know. Something tells me you're still probably going to be like 11th or 12th.
Yeah, you're probably going to be just outside the top 10, I would assume, which is fine. Look, at this point, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It truly doesn't.
When the college, come see me when the college football playoff rankings come out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing that really matters. I mean, at the end of the day, Clemson holds its own destiny. They take care of business. They go to the ACC championship. They grab another ACC trophy, and you're in the playoffs regardless, and you have a bye. So they can rank us wherever they want. This team just needs to stay focused and continue to beat the teams that are on their schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan asked, at this point, who do y'all predict will be in the ACC championship? Is it still possibly Miami and Clemson? I mean, yeah, even we'll see kind of how this Cal game plays out, but I still feel like with Louisville losing,
making some noise. But
SMU is right there.
If I had to pick it today, it'd be Miami and Clemson. But I mean, don't count out SMU.
Because SMU doesn't play Miami or Clemson.
No,
like they just beat Louisville was probably their toughest in conference test. I'd have to go look at their remaining schedule, but I don't think they play anybody. Did they play Pitt or?
I'll look up their schedule right now.
Yeah, do that because Pitt looks good. Pitt looks really good. They beat North Carolina today. On the road. Eli Holstein, he's been one of the better quarterbacks in the ACC so far this year. He's been good. That offense has turned it around. They were like the worst offense in the ACC last year in a lot of metrics, and they've turned it around. That's why it's like I can never count out Pat Narduzzi 2 years in a row. Like when they have a bad year, they tend to figure it out the next season. That's kind of been the trend for them.
They do. They got Stanford, Duke, Pitt, Boston College, Virginia, and then Cal.
That's very manageable.
Yeah.
They can win all those games. Those are all very winnable. SMU is right there because especially with their path, they look really good, man. They have a dynamic quarterback in Jennings. I mean, he got hurt today, but Preston Stone came in and filled in okay. And they just have so many weapons offensively, really talented receivers.
They only got the one loss to BYU, and that's a non-conference loss. So,
yep.
I mean, they control their own destiny right now as well.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of they're not the best defense, but they're good up front. And Brashard Smith has been one of the best running backs in the ACC. I remember him at Miami. It felt like they didn't use him enough because it's like I watch him now and it's like wow, he's really really good. And SMU has a ton of guys from Miami. With Rhett Lashley being the head coach there.
Yeah.
That's a good football team. Right? SMU is very very good. So I could totally. It'll be interesting if Clemson, like say Clemson, Miami, and SMU, since none of them play each other, like what if they all won out? What is that? Yeah, what does that tiebreaker situation look like?
Who knows? There's probably some,
I know it's. I know when it's a three. Like I think it's record against common opponents, but I don't. Well,
Maybe.
No, if they're all undefeated, then they
They're
would
all
all be.
undefeated. Yeah,
They
it
would
wouldn't
all
matter.
be. Yeah,
I don't know what the tiebreaker would go to.
yeah. I don't have that off the top of my head. So
Margin of win, maybe. I don't know.
maybe.
I don't know what it goes to. We'd have to look that up in the ACC bylaws. What a three-way tie tiebreaker would look like. Cade Klubnik enthusiast says 2 highest ranked. Okay.
2 highest. It doesn't go. I know they don't do the AP poll. At the very, I know the final thing in the final thing in the whole tiebreaker list is they have the ACC has their own ranking system, like algorithm,
okay.
that they'll use. Like that'll be the last. Like if all the other tiebreaker scenarios are exhausted, that's what they go to. They don't use. I know they don't use like the AP poll or the college football playoff rankings. So I don't think I don't think it's like highest. It's highest ranked in their computer, system. But that's never had to happen before. So
who made this computer system and when was it made?
Yeah. But I know I've gone and looked at the tiebreaker scenario before, the situations before, but I don't have them memorized. So I know
I have to go look at them just in case that scenario presents itself, because that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That would suck too for one of those teams, because you feel like you just get left out, and you won every game. So,
yeah.
But usually college football has a way of working itself out.
Yeah, it does.
There probably won't be 3 undefeated ACC teams in the conference come that time.
Yeah. Odds are one of these 3.
Somebody's going to lose somewhere.
And there won't be a question. Like Mike says, any word on if Brock Glenn was injured towards the end of the game? Saw him kind of favoring his shoulder or arm, I think. Yeah, he looked kind of funny at the end of that game.
He didn't look like he felt too well at the end.
Yeah, I mean he played his ass off. So
he did.
But yeah,
when he went on that, I didn't think he was going to get up after, that run where he dove for the first down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I think it was maybe Trey Williams who landed on top of him.
Yeah, he looked kind of uncomfortable.
I was like, oh Lord, I don't think he's getting up, but he got up. Might have a cracked rib or two in there, because Trey Williams is a big dude.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want that guy landing on me.
No. Right, that's a big boy.
Yeah, that is a grown man.